the HiSet exam. We have a lot of questions about what the HiSet is. So, what is the HiSet? So the HiSet is an exam that gives you a high school equivalency diploma. So it gives you a diploma just like the GED. It's basically just another company that offers a test that gives you the equivalent of a high school diploma. So if you've not finished your high school diploma and you're looking to go back and finish it, you can take the GED, you can take the HiSet exam, or there's another test called the TASK. It depends on what state you live in to determine what tests are being offered, but actually all tests give you the same diploma, so it doesn't matter which format you take the test in. Other questions, what's on it? So the the HiSet exam has a math section, of course, which is what I'm working on with my videos. You have science. You have social studies or history. Okay. You have reading. And then you also have writing. So they actually split, on the HiSet, they split the reading and the writing into two different sections. And on the writing exam, there is multiple choice questions as well as writing an essay. Reading focuses on reading comprehension, reading passages, and developing details and point of view and all of that kind of stuff. So those are the subjects that are covered on the HiSet exam. Another question is, what is the format? If you are familiar with the GED, you know it's a computer-based test. The HiSet actually offers you a computer-based test and a paper-based test. So you can take it on paper, which is very helpful to a lot of students. Some students just feel more comfortable with paper. If you are, especially in math, sometimes it's more challenging to look from the computer screen down to your scratch paper to transfer numbers and things like that. So paper can be helpful for certain types of students. Some of you are much more comfortable on the computer. It doesn't matter which format you take. With the computer-based test, of course, your grading is a little different because it's all automated. And paper-based tests, you have to wait for your scores to actually be sent back. How much does it cost? How much is it to take the test? So with the HiSet, since you have all these different parts, you do not have to pay for it all at one time. It is $17.75 per section, okay? $17.75 per section. And if you don't pass the test, it's a $7 retest. So the first time you take it, it's $17.75. For each additional times you take it, it's a $7 retest fee, and you can take it 3 times in a calendar year. Okay, how do I sign up to take the HiSet exam? You go to the website hiset.org, and they will make yourself a profile. Make sure you save your password and your username. Your username cannot be your email on this particular site. Make sure you write that down because that's how you're going to be, they're going to communicate with you for your scores and things like that. So, hiset.org. It's very user-friendly, very easy to do. You can go through and sign up and find a testing center near you. If you're part of an adult education program, they will help you sign up. You probably can use their computers. I know our students, we'll help them sign up, and they can use our computers to do that. You can sign up from your phone. You don't have to have a computer. So it's a pretty easy process to sign up. Now, what do you need to bring with you when you test? In order to maintain our secure testing center, you must bring your valid ID. You have to have it, or you will not be allowed to go into the testing center. Other than that, and a jacket, really, that's it. So you need your ID, your jacket. They'll give you a pen or a pencil. They'll give you a calculator. They'll give you scratch paper. You can't take anything in with you to take the test. No cell phones are allowed. They'll ask you to put your cell phone in a locker, and they'll lock it and give you the key. So make sure you bring your ID, because if you don't bring your ID, they'll turn you away. I had a student who'd taken all of the parts of the test, and she showed up for the math test. That was the last test she had, didn't have her ID, and she couldn't get in to take the test. Doesn't matter if the people know you or not, you have to have your ID. Doesn't have to be a driver's license, but it has to be a valid state-issued ID. Can't be your school ID, can't be your work ID, has to be a valid state-issued ID. All right, what if I don't show up? Okay, so you wake up the morning of the test and you're deathly ill and you can't get out of bed and you got a test at 11. What do? You call the number that you have on your order in case something goes wrong, or call your adult education center and tell them what's going on, because sometimes under extenuating circumstances they can help you reschedule or whatever. If you just don't show up, you'll be charged the fee, the $17.75, and it will count as one of your tries for taking the test. You are allowed 3 tries per calendar year. Okay? How will I know if I passed? If you passed, you'll be sent an email. So you need to make sure that you check your email and put an email on there that you have access to. And they also send you, you can log back into your HiSet account and check your scores. Scores take 24 to 48 hours just for a regular computer-based test. If it's writing, it can take 3 to 7 business days. If you take it on paper, then it takes a full 7 days to get your score back, which sounds like a long time, especially if you're waiting, but if paper is much better for you, then it's worth that option. Also, when you're considering the cost, paper is a $5 additional fee per test. So it's just added to that $17.75 so that you have $22.75 for that price instead of the $17.75.